Yeah, that's right. Welcome to another Game Society Pimps podcast. I would like to turn it over immediately to my nice shirtless man friend, Matthew McConaughey.
Hey, thanks very much, Aaron. Your name's Aaron, isn't it?
That's right, Matt.
All right.
Matthew.
I'm so baked out of my fucking mind right now. Mankind has been exploring the universe for a long time, and
Matthew.
oh, I got
It's me, your future self.
Oh, I've turned into a gelatinous cube. I gotta go. All right.
Is that young George Bush?
I don't know.
Yeah, when he gets high, he gets all George Bush on us.
That was an Interstellar reference.
Yeah, it was.
BTW.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, he
I
turns
didn't
into
know.
a gelatinous cube at the end of Interstellar.
Oh man.
Hey guys,
Spoiler alert.
guess who died?
Robert Zadar.
Yeah.
This is what the list.
This is why you don't give him the list.
Emery does not know who Robert Zadar is, which is a crime against humanity.
Was.
Big-jawed man. His jaw was actually about the size of where your beard goes, right here.
Wow, you touched it.
That was his jaw. I just sort of flipped
Grazed
it a
it.
little bit, grazed
You
it.
can touch it, it's fine.
So, shut
No
up, this
harm
is
in
about
touching
Robert
it.
Zadar. He died, motherfucker.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Have some goddamn respect.
God damn it. The dude was a maniac cop. A skeletonous cop who killed people in the 80s.
Whoa.
Yeah, there were three Maniac cop movies, four maybe.
At least two, maybe more.
Yeah,
Oh, so he was an actor.
he was also
He wasn't actually a cop that killed people.
he was all no.
Okay.
Well, as far as we know,
Who looked like a skeleton.
Because what you said
It's true.
was that he was a maniac cop who killed
Dude,
people.
I don't, the lines blur for me between
Okay.
reality
See,
and
I-
movies, okay?
In Emery's defense, I didn't know who that Robert Zadar is either. When you said that, I was like, I thought he was an actor. Wait, he was a murderer?
No, he was a murderous cop who
Okay.
killed people in the 80s.
ended up going to prison where he encountered Tango and Cash.
And he also, then he went to a building, a skyscraper of some sort, and met Night Stalker.
Wow. Seems like he lived a full, rich life.
Exciting.
He did. I first learned of Robert Zadar via Night Stalker, probably Mystery Science Theater. I think that's where I found it. And just fell in love with the giant, huge-faced man beast.
That was his character's name in Tango and Cash. The face.
Oh,
right?
of course, yeah. Because he had a huge face.
Wow.
His face was bigger than all four of our heads.
So did he die of having a huge face?
No,
Was it
A heart
tumors? Is that what it
attack
turned out to be?
No, he just had a heart attack. It wasn't a
Oh,
tumor.
man.
His heart wasn't big enough to fuel his face.
That's
Yeah.
That's what it sounds
His
like.
face did start to droop quite a lot as he got older, which was sad. It was not good.
Are we
But
talking
we're
like
talking about the good things about
Right.
Robert Zadar.
I mean, I haven't
have
seen
chin
this
balls?
person. I don't remember. I mean, was it like a Leno chin, but like all over?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like, imagine if Leno had very little other face and just was all
Just
chin.
a chin.
Now, did you see there was a photo that went along with the articles, a lot of the articles about his death, and the photo showed a guy who looked an awful lot like Kyle Gass of Tenacious D fame, like standing over him with his hands like this.
Oh, yeah,
on his head.
yeah.
I don't know who the guy was, and I don't know the context for the photo, but Robert Zadar looked like he was on his deathbed in that picture, and I don't know if the man was putting a curse on him or laying hands on him.
Shit.
I'm looking at Robert Zadar for the first time.
Yeah, that's good. Make sure you put up pictures over this.
Are you sure he wasn't just like stung by a bee immediately prior to every
Every
picture that
day
was
when he
taken
woke
of
up,
him?
he put his face in a big bee hive.
This is the older Zadar.
Yeah, see how
You were right. His face is just dropping.
Good God.
Well, of course, it's heavy. It's a big, heavy. It's like having a 5-pound weight on your chin that just like drags your skin down.
More like 20.
Anyway,
That's
the
amazing.
guy. I'm trying to focus on the good things here.
Yeah.
He had a fucking career as an action hero. He was in a lot of movies. He made it his career. He
Wow.
was successful, which is a really admirable and awesome thing. I have a lot of respect for the dude, and I also love that he just has a really huge face.
Head.
Sorry. No, he still has it.
Too soon.
Just not the skin parts.
Wasn't somebody doing like
soon.
an Indiegogo or something to raise money for his
His
funeral?
face?
For his face.
Horrible.
You're a monster.
You're a monster.
I am a monster. I'm sorry.
So did not enough celebrities die? Was this like the best?
This is the biggest celebrity to die in the past few days, except for I whatever. Yes.
Okay.
We liked him. Aaron and I have been sharing pictures of him for years.
In the wee hours of the night, we text Robert Zadar pictures.
So weird.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Love that guy. All right. It's time we talk about Game of Thrones, my friends.
Yes!
So, we turn to Christopher Walken to give us the update on the first episode of this season.
Look, guys, it's crazy. Midget is in a box. He arrives with the bald guy. He's got no testicles. Penis got cut off. You remember. Anyway, Dragon Lady, come on. She's only got 2 of them. One escaped. Haven't seen it in a long time. Then there's Theon Greyjoy. Also has no penis. Crazy. He's not with the dwarf, though. He's somewhere else. We don't see him.
Thank you, Chris. That's a pretty accurate retelling of the first episode. We missed Theon. I was really hoping that we would see something about Theon.
I really wanted to see Arya too. But if you stuck around for the next time at the end, you saw a brief glimpse of her with the black and white door there.
That's going to be good. I imagine they're going to get down south pretty soon, and we'll start seeing all the new characters. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about that. However,
Sands.
what we're here to talk about is the fact that, and this was brought up by Nick McCabe in the comments of a previous episode.
All right.
He suggested a topic, and we are taking his topic.
And he wins one of these.
Signed postcard of the Game Society Pimps. So the books and the TV show starting to go separate ways.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little
right?
bit.
I mean, there's,
But it's going to go more that some people are going to die in the books that don't die in the movies and vice in the TV show, and it'll be in
Really?
eventually, and vice versa. And so, like, what are your thoughts about this?
What are you saying? People are gonna die who
Different
don't die
deaths will happen in the different
What?
mediums.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
So-
So how do you feel about that? I'll tell you how I feel. I'm fine with it. If I'm going to read the books, I want it to be a little bit different. I don't want to just reread what I saw in the TV show. Now that the TV show's getting ahead, and I'm also assuming that the book series will never actually get finished.
Never.
He might make the next book, but then that'll be it.
He just was on some TV show. George R.R. Martin was just on some TV show, standing in front of this theater he bought in, I think, New Mexico. And they were like, "What are you doing, George R.R. Martin?" And he's like, "I just bought this theater. I'm gonna fix it up." And they're like, "Don't you have some books to write? You have to finish the books, George." And he's like, "I just bought this theater. Want to have a sandwich? Get in there and paint the walls."
And see, that's the thing, like, I totally understand where he's coming from. Like, ultimately, the story's still going to be told through the TV shows.
Yeah.
He's having the fucking time of his life. And how can you begrudge it to him, you know?
Well, he started as a TV writer. So to say that his books will diverge from the TV, he's not writing the show, so, you know, other TV writers are writing the show. So be it. You know, I didn't read the books because I don't have the time or patience for it, but I love the show. And, you know, I've seen a few of the spoilers that have come out of the books, and I'm glad that they're taking some creative liberty with that because, you know, in his books, he's known for killing off popular characters. That's not going to change. But other things that may make a better show ending will change, and that's good.
You know, I saw the first season of Game of Thrones right after it was finished. Didn't watch it live, but watched it all on HBO Go like immediately after it was done. And I fell in love with it. I loved it so much that I decided to read the books. And I read the first 3 books. And then the second season came out. And I watched the second season just as I was wrapping up the 3rd book. And I realized I like the show better than I like the books. And so I stopped reading the books. Because they were giving me spoilers for the show, which is what everybody hates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Actually, I definitely, I think I like the TV show better too, and this is a rare situation where that's the case.
Very rare.
But I actually have heard from a friend that Morgan Freeman was recently hired on the writing staff at HBO.
Yes, that's right. I was asked for my expertise in the writing room to help them with some episodes. As you know, I was in the film Robin Hood with Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
And that's a very similar vibe to Game of Thrones. There's bows and arrows and medieval times. And so I came in and
So, can you give us some spoilers then? You've got a.
Yes.
And it, by the way, stop watching because Morgan knows a lot about what's going to happen
yeah.
to certain characters.
Yeah, stop watching our video.
Yes.
They're definitely real spoilers for Game of Thrones.
Yep, he knows these.
That's why we got that timeline thing. You can just skip to that non-spoiler.
well, the first thing we agreed on is Hodor needs to show his penis more. Needs to happen. The man is gifted. He's a talented actor and a DJ, a club DJ. So he has to show off his unit.
Okay.
And then the second thing was we're also going to kill Cersei Lannister.
Finally.
Yeah, we're gonna just push her into a bog.
That'd be like a really slow way to kill her.
Yes. But it'll happen. No, it's gonna happen off camera. They'll only reference it in the dialogue.
Oh, they'll say she just sank into the bog.
Yeah, they'll say, "Oh, where did she go?" And then the character Jamie Lannister will say, "Oh, she fell in a bog."
Wow, I'm not sure I like the where the show's going now that you're on the staff, Morgan.
Yeah.
It's a paycheck.
Well, thanks for that update, Morgan. I have a brief thing that I would like to mention. There's a really funny little mini-series made by Harry Lloyd, who played Viserys.
Oh, yeah.
You know, blonde guy, got gold poured in his head.
Yeah.
He did like a little mini-series imagining his life after Game of Thrones, like where he joins Twitter. And but it's too late. He's been off the show for too many years, and he's not getting any followers until Kim Jong-un starts following him. That's the only person that Kim Jong-un follows at all is Harry Lloyd, and it's very funny.
That's hilarious.
I forgot what the name of the series is. Sorry, we'll put a link in the description. I swear. Harry Lloyd, by the way, he was in a show on the BBC called Robin Hood. He was very good in that,
Hilarious.
and he's actually been in a Doctor Who episode.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
That's amazing.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, buddy.
I was going to say, well, I haven't watched Game of Thrones. I know, I will. But the one thing I wanted to ask any of you, have any of you ever been to like a convention or anything where any of the actors are there?
Yes.
You have.
I don't know. I don't know if
The only reason I bring that up, I think it's funny. You ended up seeing some, but I thought I was the only one of any of us here who had actually been in the same room as any of them. I was at a Raptors Bulls game in Toronto, and then the guy who plays Hodor, I think, big white guy.
Yeah.
Bran.
And is that the other one?
Yeah.
Small guy. They were sitting in seats like right near us, and then they were trying to be incognito, and then eventually the stadium figured out they were there, put them up on the Titantron, and at halftime they just left because. Yeah,
Because
everybody was
everybody in the stadium was like, "Holy shit, Hodor and his dick!"
Yeah, everybody just started yelling Hodor, and so Hodor lifts Bran on his shoulders. And
they
Trudges-
book it
trudges
out of the basketball stadium. They get attacked by skeletons coming out of the woodwork.
yeah, Bran has to wog.
I think I've actually gotten the closest to any Game of Thrones cast member of any of you.
Oh
yeah, I just said I was sitting near them.
I was this far away from Theon
Okay, you
Greyjoy
win.
That far away?
in Los Angeles.
that far.
You were a dick's length away
Okay,
from
maybe
Theon.
like this far.
Oh, okay.
He was at a restaurant in Los Angeles by the Machinima offices,
Oh.
and he was watching a soccer game. He came out. He was on his phone, and I was sitting, like just sort of back to back from where he was talking on his phone, and I could hear everything he was talking about. He was apologizing to the fuck out of somebody. He was just like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry I did that last night." And he was just like his character in the show. And he was like, "Oh god, man, yeah, I didn't know I was doing that." And you got please tell them I'm sorry. I didn't know.
I didn't mean to kill the father's children.
Just like
He went to a bar and he decided to pay the iron price for his drinks.
I like his sister. The actor's sister's Lily Allen.
oh yeah.
Singer.
Well, I think it would be really funny if they did like a short series or maybe just a sketch about a day in the life of George R.R. Martin. And like he gets up in the morning and he walks outside to get his newspaper. He bends over and picks it up. And then like his neighbor's like, "Hey George, what are you doing?" He's like, "Picking up my newspaper." He's like, "Why are you writing the fucking book?" And then like he goes inside, and like his wife is like, "Morning, honey." He's like, "Hi, morning." And she's like, "What are you doing? Cooking breakfast?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm making some eggs." "Why are you writing the books?"
And he goes like, "Ding dong, it's the UPS guy." He's like, "I've got some paper and a typewriter for you." And he's like, "I didn't order paper and a typewriter." It's like, "Yes, you did. Take it. Finish the books." That's funny.
He says in the series with Harry Lloyd, he's actually over Skype. He's in the series,
Nice.
talking to Harry, and he says like, when I wrote the last book, I had to go into my room and not leave for 6 months. That was the only way I finished it. And I'm just like, no wonder he doesn't want to fucking finish it. That sounds awful. It's like torture.
Yeah.
Well, let's
So,
get that guy. Let's get George R.R. Martin a penthouse suite with a hot tub and all variety of strippers and massage therapists, and then he can get to writing a book, and he doesn't have to be cloistered.
And ghostwriters. And people who can just do it for him.
They can just yell from another room, "George, what do you think should happen to Jamie Lannister?"
George is surrounded by 3 naked women. He's just like, "Oh, well, let's kill him off this way."
Here's what he do. Be like, yeah. What do you think, love? What should we do with Jamie Lannister? Glug, 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 ha, 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 ha. And then she'd be like, "Fuck him, I don't know. Fuck him." And
Fuck him to death.
The next subject is basically all-purpose Nintendo. First up, the Nintendo NX. Now, did anyone other than me hear about this?
N-O.
Yeah.
Comedy gold.
Oh, that's good.
So the long and the short of this is that recently Nintendo of Japan announced a new prototype name for a system called the NX. It is believed to be their new console. Supposedly more details will come next year, but it looks like the Wii U is getting shortchanged a year and that they will have a new platform potentially by holiday 2016.
will I be able to play original NES games on it?
All we can do is speculate.
Because I have a lot of the old cartridges, and it sure would be nice to dust them off and plug them into something.
You can get an emulator that's
I know, I want a new
50
thing.
megabytes.
Actually,
every
I
single
want a
game
new-
ever
After the
made.
show, I can help you with that problem.
I want a new thing.
I'll give you a new thing. It's not a crappy clone console either.
Okay, so what are we talking about here?
We're talking about Nintendo in general. That was the first one, NX. Do you guys have thoughts on this? Are you excited? Do you care? What would you like to see in it? Anything?
No, okay. I'm the only one of us 4 who has children. I have a 2-year-old and an infant, a newborn.
That you know of.
Yeah.
That I know of. I mean,
Who knows what
I've been
Emery's
around.
got going on?
Oh, Emery.
Emery's a player.
Oh, you
No, nothing? No high five? All right, fuck you.
creeping up in the wrong,
He's busy with his beard right now.
He plays with his beard.
wrong zip codes. So anyway, I'm excited because I know when my son gets to be an age where he can start playing video games, I mean, I'll have the Nintendo Wii and my Xbox 360, and I haven't upgraded beyond that because I haven't had time to. But then once that happens, once he gets to be 7, 8, 9 years old, then we'll start looking at upgrading and we'll start looking at what's out there. So I'm starting to kind of get back into the mode of like keeping an eye out and listening for what's hot. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah. It's worth noting, we don't actually know it's a console. It could be some sort of handheld or something. But the assumption is that it's a console. Do you have, I mean, like, we could speculate about what you would want to see in it. Features, anything.
I don't like the Wii U's controller,
The gamepad?
the gamepad with the. I think there comes a time in every man's life when he needs less fucking shit in front of him, and he just wants to have one thing to look at.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, men are bad at looking at fucking shit.
Like just give me the lowdown. Like don't give me 9 fucking spreadsheets to shit through. Give me a fucking one screen and a thing and a beep beep beep, and I'm good.
Yes.
If Nintendo won't let me upload my gameplay to share it with people on the Nintendo NX, then I'm not gonna fucking buy one, and I'll never buy another Nintendo product ever again.
Unfortunately, we're all kind of a little salty when it comes
Yeah.
to Nintendo.
We weren't quite there yet, but it's cool. We'll jump the gun.
yeah.
I couldn't say anything. I had that was only
All right.
my only opinion on anything Nintendo based.
Okay.
I haven't cared about anything Nintendo in a long
You were
time.
excited about Smash Brothers.
I was only marginally excited about that.
That would be something.
The thing that the last thing that I like thoroughly enjoyed by Nintendo was Super Smash Brothers Melee
That was a while
on
ago.
the GameCube.
Yeah, that was like 02.
That was the last thing that I actually enjoyed.
I enjoyed the new Mario Kart. But that's pretty much the only reason I bought the Wii U, and I can't support Nintendo now ever again because they are being fucked in the head about this whole thing about sharing gameplay of their video games. So now there's no reason for me to play any of their games ever again. So they're ruining the Nintendo legacy for me because I've always been a huge Nintendo. Nintendo over Sega for me has been how it's been. But they pulled that dick move, and I can't support them now.
So to summarize, in case you're not aware, Nintendo has a new policy that if you upload gameplay of their games, particularly their newer titles, they will content claim your videos on YouTube and take the ad revenue away from you. So a lot of YouTubers, including ourselves, pretty much are not going to be doing videos pertaining to Nintendo titles anymore.
Unless you sign up with their MCN,
their YouTube network.
Then you can do it, which is insane.
Which is actually only half true. There's only certain titles you're allowed. Most of the ones you would want to play are not eligible, by the way, like Mario Kart, for example. And their ad revenue is really, really low compared to like every other network. So most people aren't really taking them seriously.
But here's the thing, you could upload a video of you playing Mario Kart or a Nintendo game and not try to monetize it.
They will claim it on their behalf.
They'll claim it, and they'll monetize it.
The difficulty, though, is that with enough claims on your channel, it can theoretically destroy your channel.
Yeah, so it's risky, and it's also like, why would I do that when there's other things that I can play that are even more fun and upload those, and I don't have to worry about this bullshit.
7 Days to Die.
Exactly.
And like, no Nintendo games are anywhere near the top games as far as like YouTube videos go.
That's because they do that.
Well, even before they did that.
They're missing out on a lot of like free advertising in a way they could never even dream to buy. But they got a lot of crazy people who do not seem to understand how that works.
So we've kind of discussed this already, but there is a new edition that Adam would like to reveal.
There's actually two things. One is, you guys might have heard about this a little while ago. There was a fan remake of the first level of Super Mario 64 in high definition. And everybody was like, holy shit, that sounds awesome. And a lot of people were getting it. It was free to play, etc. And everyone was really excited. And then Nintendo came in and filed a cease and desist on it, and they forced a shutdown of it. And everybody's like, Nintendo, you guys just don't get it. The only reason these people made it is because they love your works and they want you to do this yourself. Nope.
Yep.
They don't care. They really don't care about the people that buy their stuff.
No.
They don't.
No, they don't.
They have zero opinion of them. And they're just like, here you go, slobs. Here's something. Just buy this and don't. You can't do anything else with it except just play it. If anyone makes something that celebrates all of the stuff that Nintendo has done, shut it the fuck down. Fuck you. It's just their attitude towards everybody that buys their products, which is the worst possible.
Which really makes the video game pitch series more accurate than you would have thought.
Go watch it.
Watch the video game pitch because I think we accurately represent what Nintendo's attitude
Apparently.
is.
Yes.
We do love Nintendo's products. We just wish the people who ran Nintendo weren't fucking idiots. That's about it. Now, the last subject regarding Nintendo. You guys might remember a couple podcasts ago, we brought up the subject of the Golden Mario Amiibo. You guys remember that? Well, we were actually sent one. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, this thing that people have apparently been killing each other over. Despite the fact that if you look on eBay, they're only worth like $40. We were sent one of these by a guy named Blue Jane Games. He was cool enough to send us that. And we'll talk more about it in a little bit, but I want to give a huge shout out to him because that was really cool.
Yeah,
Thanks,
we
Blue
got
Jane.
it.
Yeah, but again, we'll talk about it in a little bit. We got an idea.
So can we take that out of the box and play with it?
Nope.
Why not?
MIB. Mint in box.
If you want that, just go to Adam's house in Chicago and
steal it.
Steal it. Break into his apartment and kill him.
There's lots of good stuff in there.
Shut up.
He doesn't have any weapons for self-defense. Mm-hmm. And even if he did, he wouldn't be able to use them.
Yeah.
So why did we show that amiibo exactly?
Oh, you'll
Adam?
see. You'll see.
No,
But
I know. Like, let's talk about it.
we're not talking about that yet.
We're
I
not
said
talking
I got
about
this.
The Mario thing.
We will later. I have this. I explained all
wanna
of this
talk
to you.
about it now.
You got nothing but stuff to cut out here, Emery. I'm
Talk about the
sorry.
Mario thing.
I'm a Mario!
Now I'm going to talk about the amiibo.
Anyway, the next real subject is the YouTube subscription plan thing. So you want to head that up?
No, I want to talk about
No.
our contest that we're having.
Would you stop?
Between
Just
me
follow
and
the
Emery.
list. We will.
I don't have to follow no list.
Just follow the list, please.
There you go. Now I can start talking about the next topic. Sorry about the jump cut and the weird new camera shot. Star Wars 7 trailer just dropped, and we had to discuss it. But Jason is gone, and he's in his child wonderland, and we're still here. So we just wanted to discuss it briefly. You've probably seen it by now. It's mind blowing. I got the shivers and the chills and the palsies while I was watching it.
I got really excited, like in an appropriate way.
It is a really good trailer. It really draws on the nostalgia, but it should do that. It's going to be I think it's going to be a really good movie. I don't think it's going to, there's just no way it could be as bad as the other three, the prequel movies.
And it was a teaser trailer, which is the best kind of trailer because it doesn't give away a ton of spoilers.
And I don't think there should be another trailer. This is enough. Like this.
Good
I
luck.
don't think I kind of don't want to watch any more trailers. Like this makes me want to just go see the movie now.
That is true, though. I mean, like, anything further, and we're going to know too much.
What we can tell from this trailer, what I can tell anyway, I think, is that the plot's going to revolve around the rebellion, which is probably not really the rebellion anymore. They're probably more the dominant force, sort of weeding out.
Maybe.
See what you did
Force. Dominant force.
Going and continuing to destroy the remnants of the Imperial forces. Obviously, a stormtrooper meets up with Luke's daughter.
I think so.
Guessing that's
Or
Luke's daughter.
maybe
She looks
Leia
a
and Han.
lot like. Wait. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out.
There's a lot of people who already know this. I mean, a lot of this stuff's already been leaked.
Has it already been talked about?
Yeah, I've tried to avoid reading it. I just know it exists. I know a lot of people already kind of know
Okay,
what's
so we're
going
just
on.
guessing, and we're not gonna try to figure it out because we want to be
We don't
surprised.
want to know. Yeah, the point is, we're really excited, and we had to talk about it. We had to at least express that we saw it and that we all basically got boners for it.
And I would say that even if the movie is a disaster somehow
Nope.
and is really awful, right now I feel good
Yeah.
and I feel happy.
You know what? The best thing about it, there wasn't a single child in the whole trailer.
Yeah. I'm willing to give it a shot, and even if I'm horribly disappointed again, you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it to get excited about something now and then.
Plus, Harrison Ford!
Yeah.
How awesome was he?
Come
Imagine
on.
a one
Chewie.
line, and you're just like,
Chewie hasn't aged a year, a day. He looks great.
Yeah, how long do Wookiees live? I wonder.
oh, they shouldn't live that long. I mean, they're basically big dogs.
Well,
But they do.
Wow.
Lifespan of
I
bear.
think they have the lifespan of like a tree. They live in a really like woody planet.
Yeah, they do.
And
So-
he's looked the same since Revenge of the Sith,
Yeah.
which he's in.
Can't say the same for Han, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He looks older.
A little bit.
Looks
Been
like
in-
maybe he broke his ankle or something.
Yeah, I've been in a couple of plane crashes.
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
So anyway, now back to your regularly scheduled podcast. Okay, so I don't know if you've heard, but YouTube is planning to allow people who pay apparently about $10 a month to have no ads on any videos that they see on YouTube.
Ooh.
This does not mean that you have to do that. Do not listen to all the people who clickbait you into clicking on their stupid bullshit articles that say, YouTube gonna charge to watch videos on YouTube. That's bullshit. It's not true. It's an option to have an ad-free YouTube. That's all.
But first of all, do you actually know that it's a $10 plan? Because that's just a rumor. I thought.
Okay. So that was what it was a rumor. Okay, there's nothing that's concrete right now. They're still working it out.
The logic behind this, obviously, is that people hate ads. Unfortunately, ads are a necessary evil to keep YouTube functional. So the idea would be that hey, if you hate ads that much, do this. Now, of course, people will say, "Oh, I have ad block and all that shit," but in theory, YouTube could block that out like a lot of sites do. Meaning, if you use ad block, that's fine. Your YouTube just won't work on your computer. So YouTube may eventually do that. This is something to kind of offset that from possibly happening.
And I don't really know how much money creators are going to get out of it. I hope it's substantial. I hope it's reasonable. Because right now it's still impossible to make a living based off of YouTube views unless you're PewDiePie.
Okay, there's like a medium, I think, between
Yeah, I mean,
us and
PewDiePie's
PewDiePie.
pretty high up there.
But
Yeah, Miley Cyrus probably makes a few bucks. But,
Yeah.
Does she have a YouTube channel?
yeah. Yeah.
all the artists
13
do.
million subscribers or something?
Oh, I'm sorry. I
No,
don't follow her.
I haven't looked lately. I haven't checked
Yeah,
lately.
not since yesterday.
Yeah. when
for
I
his kids.
Yeah.
He's looking into it for his
trying
kids.
to keep an eye on that tramp and her wrecking balls.
I don't want him coming near my kids.
Yeah. You stay away from my boy, Miley. Get some clothes on you, whore. I think it's a good idea. I subscribe to Pandora, and I have in the past subscribed to Spotify because I don't like ads. I don't like listening to ads when I want to listen to stuff that I want to hear.
See, I don't think there's too many people disputing this would be good for users who like to view the content. The question is, how does it affect the people who create the content?
There will be a distribution.
Yeah, hopefully. We don't actually know
the
that.
whole. Well, we do because YouTube has said that there
They
would
did?
be a distribution of some kind. Yes,
Yeah.
they have.
But is it shit? That's
Well,
where we have to.
And what is shit? For
Now-
one guy, shit is a different thing than for somebody else.
It's unfortunately it's a really hot issue because a lot of people obviously hate ads and they don't really care what YouTube creators go through, which is unfortunate. Fine, it's fine. Not everybody has to do it, but that gets annoying because not a whole lot of people understand. Like, if there weren't ads, there wasn't money to generate, then like YouTube, we would all stop. Like, I mean, we'd love to make the content, but we can't pay our rent and do this at the same time. This needs to happen to make that possible. So if we couldn't make content, no one else could, then you'd end up with nothing but like Minecraft videos and cat videos and stuff. That would suck. It would become Vimeo. It would basically be Vimeo, where it's not monetized.
Vimeo.
Just think about it.
Vimeo, Mama Spaghetti.
YouTube without monetization is Vimeo.
Yeah.
Aspiring filmmakers with, like, you know, roles and Minecraft.
Guys, a very serious subject has been brought to our attention via the comments on our podcast. Apparently, viewers of our podcast are having a hard time masturbating to it.
To the podcast specifically?
Yes.
And us in it.
Yes. They're
And
hard. They're hard to masturbate to, and I wish there was a way for. What can we do?
I actually think that Emery's already addressed the problem. His shirt is actually probably helping
Okay.
a lot of people.
Oh, yeah!
Focus on Emery's shirt.
Yeah.
Don't go any farther above here.
Yeah,
In fact, I'll make it
look,
easier
the
for you.
hairline, that's the border. Like, it ends right there. You just, if you don't see Emery,
Okay.
you go fap away. Fap
Masturbate.
away.
Start now.
Move your hand.
Yeah, you don't want, they just let them fap
There
to
you
that.
go.
Yep. Okay.
I'd be done already.
All right.
You can just pause it there. We gave you a good solid beat to fap.
You're welcome.
To beat off.
See, we're looking out for you guys. We know you want to fap.
And at the same time, watch this podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you could just pause this and then go somewhere else.
But you want to multitask. You want to multi-fap. And
Yeah.
that's what we're trying to help you with.
Hey, do you think that's going to be a trend of like the nation's youth eventually be like trying to fap to like the weirdest shit that you wouldn't fap to, like as a challenge? You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah,
just
like
called
Ice
a-
Bucket Challenge, the
But
Bucket
like-
Challenge.
Like fap. Like I
Fat
got
Bucket Challenge.
I got U.S. News and World Report from 1997. I found it in a garage. I'm gonna fap to this picture of Gorbachev.
I've done that. Like, that's not that specific thing, but
Yeah.
like that type of contest. Yeah, I
Yeah,
did
he
that
used to fap to
when I was
Boris
younger.
Yeltsin.
I think it would be called the Ice Fucket Challenge.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I couldn't tell that you were saying the word ice, though.
No, I said nice fuck it challenge.
No, ice.
Nice.
It would be ice because it's putting you're kind of putting your dick on ice when you try to fap to something that's difficult to fap to.
Okay.
Not nice.
I don't know, man. You guys have heard of the thing where a bunch of dudes are standing around like in front of a piece of bread and they're all trying to fap onto it. And then,
Sadly, I have heard of the well, there's different names for it. It's a fraternity thing.
Yes.
Like, this is where it started because that's what fraternities do.
obviously,
Is that called a hoe breakfast?
it's got a good name. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, it's like the Ooey Gooey Triscuit or something.
Oh man.
Oh, what a challenge.
I'm just saying, like that shit already exists.
You know what? And this is I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. When I was in high school, I would get copies of the National Lampoon magazine. They used to have a magazine. Very funny shit. And in one of the issues, it was the college issue of National Lampoon's magazine, and they had like this article. They talked about the hazing stuff that was going on in fraternities, and that was one of the things that they had, like a picture of a guy with a biscuit, and it was
man.
nasty. And based on that photo, I made the decision to go to technical college. I was like, fuck 4-year college, I'm not going there. I'm not eating a semen-soaked fucking Oreo. I'm not eating a biscuit.
Wow.
Every
Yeah.
Oreo you eat is semen soaked.
You so wanted to avoid
I so wanted to
a cum
avoid
snack that
Well,
you didn't go
avoided
to
an
college.
education.
I was like, I don't. First of all, I don't want to jerk off in front of like 8 other guys, like in a race to finish. Like the last guy has to eat the cookies. So
So you were like, if I go to college, I have to join a fraternity.
that's what I took from this article.
How, you were like 5?
No, I was like a junior in high school or a senior in high school. I was like, no, that's not for me. That's not for me.
That's
did you have a moment-
I only do that at home on my cereal every morning.
Yeah, it's
Did you have a moment where you thought, wow, this is apparently what's normal?
no, I didn't. What do you mean?
Well, all right, so you assumed that everyone does that.
No, I assumed that was. It's sort of like if you watch an episode of HBO's Oz, and then you're like, "Fuck, I ain't never going to prison."
But that's because you assume that's what's normal when you go there.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, did you ever assume, wow, apparently the whole world does this, and I'm like the weird one who doesn't
No,
want to
man.
jerk off onto a cookie and
All
eat
he's
it?
saying is that he assumed that there was a possibility that could happen to him, and he wanted to avoid that possibility.
Okay, because
no matter how
I would have
remote.
thought the other would be more interesting. But either way,
Yeah, I just didn't want to have to face the possibility, and so I got a shittier education.
Well, you know
fine.
what, Jason? I got a surprise for you.
Oh shit! Here we go, guys. Last one in has to eat the cookie.
We're gonna do it onto this postcard.
you're welcome, Nick McCabe. Enjoy.
Nick gets to eat it.
He's gonna be so angry. Well, that was a great time.
Upcoming projects coming.
Soon on the GSP channel. 7 Days to Die, yes, we will be upgrading to 11 point whatever we get, whatever is the latest update. We haven't yet because they still have a bunch of glitches they got to work out, so we're not going to switch for a few more episodes. But we will. Trust us. Emery, what's coming up in the Skyrim world?
We got a lot more Skyrim for Pimps to do. The story of Cocknibbler is very awesome, and it'll have its ups and downs, and he'll do all sorts of crazy things and all sorts of cool fan-made expansions, essentially.
A lot of people were confused and are asking, what I don't remember that quest that you guys are playing right now. That's actually
it's
a mod.
Agents. Yeah, it's called Agents of Righteous Might.
Yes.
And most of the season will be dominated by fan expansions because, frankly, the game is out of content.
Right, so we're doing a lot of really cool mods for a lot of the rest of the season.
But don't worry, the arc is planned. It's
Yeah.
scripted.
It's all going to come together in the final episode of this season, which will be the final episode of Skyrim for Pimps, as far as we know.
Yeah, I can't imagine there will be a season 7. Sorry, everybody.
But yeah, we've been planning it for years.
Yeah.
Really. So it's going to be epic.
Fallout for Pimps is going to keep going on for quite a while. There's no more arena, as you know. That doesn't mean the series is ending. It's just that we reached the last of our donations for that, and the arena was really fun, but it was kind of slowing down our output of that series. And so now that that's done, it's going to come out more frequently.
Yeah, it was really exciting idea, and it was cool what was going on, but it frankly just took a long time.
It took so many hours of mod work and dicking around, mostly on Emery's part.
Yeah,
So
often the arena would take longer than the rest of the episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was the problem there.
We're going to try and play more shitty games. We know you guys like that. Also, of course, that's a perk on Patreon to help support that we keep playing some shitty games, at least like one a month. You know, more Angry Hunter, that type of thing. And that'll be fun.
Yay.
And
I believe we're probably gonna try starting up a new Leisure Suit Larry series to see how that goes.
that'll be fun.
And
I'll talk about the last one.
Yes, Adam's got this.
And so the next one that I'm excited about is I'm going to bring back the Golden Mario amiibo here for this. So last year during the NHL and NBA playoffs, we did the Mario Kart playoffs. However, because of Nintendo's policies, as addressed earlier, we can't do that this year. So instead, we're doing the Mario-less kart playoffs. It's going to be a bunch of like clone kart games. That will be surprises. And just because Nintendo pissed us off, we're going to use this as the trophy this year.
Ooh!
The Golden Mario amiibo. Because, of course, Emery won the real trophy last year and the Yoda, and Aaron's been very sad losing those ever since.
if I win this,
Yeah, he could
actually,
theoretically win it back.
do I want to win that? Someone might try to get me.
Yeah, probably me. I'll probably put a bullet in your head. But
Well, you'll do that anyway,
Yeah,
so.
of course. So I might as well get a Golden Mario amiibo out of it. But yes,
yeah.
this will be the trophy this year, as a big reminder to Nintendo for not letting us play their fucking games on our channel.
Yeah, get them.
Yeah, and you guys should totally put in the comments whether you're on Team Aaron or Team Emery.
Yeah,
for the Mario
fucking-
list cards.
yeah.
See, here's the thing. I was always on Team Aaron. I always thought, oh, he'll be better. He's a nicer person. I thought,
I'm not. What?
and it turns out Team Emery, man.
Yeah.
I'm all Team
John
Emery.
Madden,
Yeah.
can you give the fans some advice on Team Aaron or Team Emery?
Hey, sometimes when you get out of the shower in the morning, you try to brush your hair and your beard, and your beard needs oil in it, and then your name's Emery. And then Adam sometimes he's hiding behind the curtain and he's peeking out, and then Aaron, when he gets out of the shower in the morning, it's just business as usual. Boom. And so then Team Adam,
I'm not a team.
who's going to win?
Yes, Adam does win when he pits us against each other. He wins every time. Adam, I want to give away some t-shirts from our wonderful t-shirt website.
What a coincidence, because we can do that.
Okay, what do people have to do
So,
if they want to win these motherfuckers?
Here's the deal. We make t-shirts through a website called TeePublic. There is a link in the description of this video that allows you to buy shirts. The way you can win it is if you leave a comment with a subject suggestion and also acknowledge and say like the subject you want us to talk about and say TeePublic. Then if we decide we like your comment and we'll talk about that subject, you will also win a free t-shirt. You will just have to simply select the shirt. We'll let you know. We'll communicate. But that's what you got to do. Come up with a subject you want us to talk about and write TeePublic.
So let's say you wanted us to talk about boobs. You would do this.
Boobs, TeePublic.
Yes, that's exactly what you would do.
And you can win a shirt.
But if you put boobs in TeePublic, you will not be entered because
No.
that's not original.
Oh, and
I already came up with that.
Yeah,
If
that's
we talk
Emery's
about boobs,
entry.
I win. I get
Yeah.
the free T-shirt.
And
We all win when we talk about boobs.
who wants to talk about boobs? Fuck the show. Let's talk about boobs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have to get going because we're going to go talk about
We gotta
boobs.
talk about some boobs.
All right.
Thanks for joining us for this podcast. Hope you enjoyed yourself. We're going to try to do these as regularly as we can. And go to patreon.com because there's no better way for us to keep making videos than to get you guys to help us. And we don't feel bad asking. If you want us to make more videos, if you like what you're seeing and you just want to support what we're doing, go to patreon.com/GameSocietyPimps and give us $1, give us $5 a month. We have lots of rewards over there for you. You can play a game with us. We're going to do random drawings for that. We're actually, if we reach a certain level, we might do a 7 days live action show. At
Yeah,
least
we're very
one
close.
episode, and then we'll see how that goes from there, which I think would be amazing. Me and Emery on a rooftop getting angry about beans and bullets and things. And bees.
Yes.
Everything that starts with a B.
Fucking bees.
So please consider that. Link in the description.
Your donation could be the donation that makes that happen. Like pushes it over the edge. We're that close.
It all pulls up,
Yeah.
and then you work together to make Emery and Aaron really sad.
My name is Aaron. I have another channel called Blame Society Films where I drink beer and play board games. Check that out sometime. Here's the link to that.
My name's Adam Koralik. I got a link to my channel right there, youtube.com/Adam Koralik. I talk about a lot of subjects in greater detail than these idiots like the NX.
My name is Jason Stevens. I'm a professional voice actor and celebrity impressionist. My website is right somewhere in here. It's jasonsvoices.com. And then you can follow me on Twitter. That's where I'm funny sometimes. It's Mr. Jason Stevens. And then that's the @ first, and then the Mr. Jason Stevens on Twitter.
And over here we have your FAP material. Its name is Emery. Hello, nurse. Good night.
Once again, special thanks to Blue Jane Games for hooking us up with the Mario Kart trophy.
Thanks for ruining my fapping, Adam, with
Yeah.
your golden dick.
Golden dick head.
I love to ruin things.
Bye.